The bottle was fucking vibrating with alkaline water.
Testing. Are we live?
Are we on?
Well,
Say this every week.
Action.
yeah, you're gonna have to get one of them. Yeah,
We're
start
on.
spending some money on some things.
Some proper gear.
Yeah.
Right. Welcome back to the Big Dogcast, episode 5.
Welcome.
Thank you everyone for tuning in yet again. We hope that you We hope that you enjoyed episode 4 with the egg, the man, the myth. It was a long one, but it was a good one.
It was good, wasn't it? It was different. It brought a different dimension in.
Full speed, wasn't it?
Full speed.
Full speed.
Full speed.
Full speed.
So, where we at?
What's on the agenda today?
What is on the agenda today? Where are you? Because me and you've not trained together. It feels like we've not trained together for about...
It's not me. It's you.
It's
you. It's you. I tell you now. I'm glad you brought this straight up. So I'm going to bring it up anyway. Yeah, you can go on holiday.
Yeah.
Have a break because that's what you need.
Yeah.
And you come back and you get some fucking structure.
I've got structure.
No, we're fucking good at gym and we're good at gym properly. I'm telling you now, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off, Thursday, Friday. You can do what you want at weekends. You can good at show season.
All right, Gaffer.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, but a little bit busy with check-ins and that. No, I'm not bothered.
Clients in prep. I've had
Get up at 4. They can start
Get up at 4. What about sleep? What about fatigue management?
No, we don't use that word, do we?
No, but Aura will be screaming at him.
Oh,
Yeah,
fucking hell,
Orange.
of course he will.
Oura Ring's best. It's
So
been for a
yeah,
while.
so we can go on holiday because he's going to Dubai. Did you know we're going to Dubai?
Yeah. Well, I was pushing him for an holiday. I told him to go.
So he's going to.
I didn't think he was going to go to influence capital.
yeah,
though.
yeah.
I thought he'd maybe go to like Tenerife or something,
Yeah.
like normal
We're having
people.
a wholesome week, you know.
Yeah,
Wholesome week.
but he's going to buy a
We've
few
pulled it.
Gucci handbags and
Hey, I've pulled a few of them wholesome. Did you see?
Yeah, you were right good.
We're not going to stitch anybody up.
No,
We've
but
seen
they're
a
all
few.
natural, weren't they?
They're all natural bodybuilders, weren't they? That says a lot, doesn't it? Wholesome weekend. You need to get some fucking gear in you. But how is training going without me this last week?
Best it's ever been.
Fuck off.
Yeah, it's all right. It's been good. It's been good.
Where have you been training? Have you been training at Derby still?
Yeah. I trained at Derby.
See, I trained at Derby Saturday, but you trained Friday. No, you
Yeah,
trained
we were here, but I just trained because that's some on after here, like so.
Did you train local then?
Yeah, and then
So what you done this week so far? Pull,
push and legs.
push and legs. I've done pull and legs.
Yeah, I did push.
Where did you do legs yesterday, Derby?
Yeah,
Good sesh.
very good. And then I did push at Derby because I messaged you.
Yeah.
Obviously, I messaged you. I think it was about 5 to 8 in the morning.
he would
He
have been up yet, was he?
I didn't message.
No, he messaged me back about 20 past 12.
Said I'm not coming.
Can't make it work.
Big dog, I'm not coming.
Sorry, mate, just got this. Yeah, pal.
Suffering from sticky mattress syndrome. Say, oh yeah, lazy bastard. Still in rejuvenation chamber. We all know what it is, don't we?
So, have you just been busy with client work, or is there any particular reason where obviously structure's not changed for you? You're still going to the gym, you're still doing everything you need to.
My structural routine's been bang on. Like my cardio's been good. My steps have been good. So my new routine, my new structure, which is working very well for me because I've got clients now approaching 5, 6, 8 week out.
So daily check-ins.
Daily check-ins. Like check-ins are now from like between 15 and 20, depending on what days and what clients are checking in. So it is busy, and it stresses me out if I don't get them done before
you train.
Before I train. I know like my lifestyle clients and people who are in off season, they can wait until I get back. So I'm just gonna have to start like leaving a few, making sure that my prep athletes are done in the morning, get into gym for 12:30, 1 o'clock when we train. But I generally like to get them all done. So I've been getting up. Having a shower straight away, which has been good.
Right.
Like getting up, showering.
Cold shower or normal
it's not-
temperature?
just a normal shower.
Just needed to touch on that because, ice baths and that.
Not ice baths, no. And then taking dog straight out for a walk for about half an hour, 40 minutes, getting stuck into my work. Then I've been doing 15 minutes cardio post-workout on training days. And then I've been doing a little bit more cardio on non-training days, which is just a little bit more intense. I'm just going to add in some like a little bit of intervals like rowing machine, assault bike, things like that, and then just top it up with a little bit of less. But that seems to be working very, very nicely for me at the minute.
Yeah, and you can get your work done as well, can't you?
And I can
Which
get
is
my work done,
important.
yeah. Because normally I'd get up, I'd do my steps, then I'd do my cardio, and then it just sets me behind a little bit.
Well,
Unless I'm up at
Yeah.
R4 like I would be in a prep.
Well, I get up at 5 and I don't get to the desk till 7, and that's doing cardio and steps and eating and fucking so. Well, obviously, I'm on my phone texting when I'm not biking shit, but I'm not at the desk till 7, so it's still 2 hours when you get up.
Yeah.
And people don't realise the amount of time it takes to do just the basic things, especially.
Cooking, prepping your meals.
Yeah, prepping your
Yeah,
meals,
just coming
taking
here
your
today, I'm up at
soaps.
5 to cook my meals
Yeah.
and shit.
Can we turn that aircon on?
That didn't last long. I'm all right now then. I'm
Turn it on. We're in now.
We're in.
We're in it.
We're in.
We're all right already.
So yeah, I did put an update on my story about where I currently am and what I'm doing. Because I've been a bit slack on my YouTube because we've been concentrating on this because I want to get this going.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd like update people where I am, what I'm doing. I've just started a fertility protocol. So
we're looking at pushing forward and putting a bun in the oven.
yeah, so
ASAP, is it, or is it just getting yourself ready for when that time comes?
So the thought process was, because I've not had the best start to 2025 in terms of like injuries, my hormones weren't quite right. Back into a groove now, but I'm 38 this year. I'm not competing this year, so if I'm going to be on cycle for the next sort of 12, 18 months, and then Phoebe says next year, right, I want to start trying for kids, and then it might. I don't know how long it's going to take because
Well, you're getting older. You're not getting any older.
I'm not getting any younger, and I've never checked since like college when I knew it worked. I've never checked where my fertility were, so I thought, right, I'm going to do a fertility test. So I got a fertility tester online, shot me a load in pot, sent it off in elephant pot, and got my results back. And I was a little bit like anxious, a little bit nervous, because I'm like, fucking hell, because it's a big thing. When you want children,
When you want
a
a family, yeah, it's massive.
and I'm thinking, fucking hell, I hope I'm not infertile. So it came back, and I've like seen a few before, but I'm not fully up to it. Right, so I looked, and I'm like, there's a few things that looked all right, but then I'm like, fucking hell, there's a few things that definitely need some work. So I had a chat with a few people. I actually rung Hilly on Sunday morning and went through them. And I had an idea in my mind what I wanted to do. Because I've had clients who's conceived myself through fertility protocols that I've put them on.
Yep.
Not saying that it's my fertility protocol, because it's not. You always gain knowledge off of what other people have done, and like, what did you do as a coach? What did you do as a coach? And people who you've worked with and you've read online and stuff. So I kind of put something together, and a few of my clients have conceived, which has been great. So my sperm volume was good. Like, it was actually above.
Well, then you hadn't had a wank for 5 days.
But then, yeah,
So-
I've not shot load for. No, in fact, it weren't. It was 3. Because Phoebe's went away for a few days, and she was like, "Have you still got?" I said, "I've been abstinent for like 4 days." I'm like, I can do it, like, as long as it's between 2 and 7 days.
Right, all right, yeah.
So it was about 3 days. So yeah, my sperm volume were good. My pH were good. My concentration weren't bad, but it were low. But my motility were fucking dog shit. When I say my sperm volume were good, and I'm producing sperm. I think it was like 1.8 million, but that's out of like 35 million. But it's not like I'm not producing sperm.
So you're producing
it's-
sperm,
it's just
but
low.
They're all just a bit disabled.
Yeah, they're
Basically.
not moving.
Yeah.
So I had a chat with Phoebes, and I'm like, look, this might take 6 to 9 months to get me back to where I need to be, and then it might be a case that it could take another 6 to 9, maybe 12 months to conceive.
Yeah.
So I'd rather get it in place now, because bodybuilding, I've not closed the chapter on competitive bodybuilding. It's just for now, I'm just parking it to one side while I concentrate on fertility.
Yeah.
And then I can come back to that.
In an ideal world scenario, things would happen pretty fast.
Yeah. So
Job will be done.
We had a chat. We've put the wedding on hold.
2026.
Yeah. So we were going to get married back into 2026. We put the wedding on hold until I get the fertility sorted, because Phoebes will be back in shape after fucking 12 weeks after giving birth anyway. And she was like, but she wouldn't want to get caught and then be 6 months pregnant when we get married.
Yeah, that's just not cool, is it?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we don't need to get married for the sake of getting married. Like, that's
You're basically married anyway.
Yeah,
It's just a formality.
It's just a formality. So that can happen whenever it needs to happen. So the priority now is getting my fertility in a place where I'm functioning optimally. If we need to freeze my sperm, then we can do. If we're ready to start trying for kids, we can do, because that still might take some time. And that might leave me, I might be 38 coming up to 39, and then I've still got time to get stuck back into a couple of competitive seasons. It also gives me chance for my injuries to clear up. And I think, do you know what? Physiologically and psychologically, it'll give me a little bit of
just a little bit of life, mate.
Yeah, a little bit of a freshen up.
Yeah,
It's been a long time being a robot.
Not having to think.
Do you know what I mean?
It's exciting as well. Do you not think it's exciting?
It is exciting.
New chapter of your life potentially starting.
It's like a new journey. Like
It's no focus, isn't it?
Like a couple of people have said to me, "What are you going to do?" I'm like, "What do you mean? What I'm going to do? I'm going to get up. I'm going to do my fucking cardio. I'm going to eat my meals. I'm going to fucking train hard. Like nothing's going to change. No. It's just I'm not taking 2.5 grams of gear. Like
what, 2 or 3?
Yeah. So yeah, the plan is I've not had a shot for just over a week now, so I'm going to get my bloods done in about 4 or 5 weeks off everything completely. Let things taper off and come back down to hopefully a normal range.
Cold turkey.
Yeah. And I'm not going to do it.
So 6 weeks, you don't feel it anyway, do you?
No, I should
you don't feel
I'll be fine.
It's after.
It's after that. So I'm not doing it. I'm not doing a PCT as such. I'm not doing it naturally. I think with my experience, level exposure, size, mental, I need to be on TRT at least.
Yeah.
So, and I think for me, even if my testosterone's slightly out of range, as long as my testosterone estrogen balance is in a good spot, I'll be sweet. You need testosterone for healthy sperm production anyway. Yeah. So I'll probably go back on after maybe 6 to 8 weeks. Like
get your bloods done, get results back.
Yeah.
See what
if you need a bit longer, do a bit longer.
If I need a bit longer, I'll do a bit longer off. And then I'll probably go on to like 200, 250 milligram per week. Just testosterone. HCG, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, 1,000 IU.
We use HMG.
HMG Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 75 IU. That's fucking expensive, by the way. Mm-hmm. Right expensive. Because it's only 150 IU a box.
Yeah.
So I'm
90 quid, 100
so I'm doing a box and a half every week.
And how much is a box?
I can't remember.
I know people were buying it for 90 quid.
Yeah, but bill what?
It's maybe...
Yeah, my bill weren't cheap. And I'm like, fucking hell. 4 boxes is probably not... It's only going to last me a few weeks. So it's going to cost me... It's going to cost me a bit, but it is what it is.
Well, yeah, the cost is the cost,
is the cost.
Hopefully we'll get the first big dog cast baby.
Yeah. I'm still gonna.
Well, that'll be it.
I was gonna say, hopefully from him, not me, are you?
But I'm still gonna run growth. I'm still gonna run L-carnitine. If I need some thyroid support, I'll run T4. If I need some, I'll do a bit of a tidy up now. I'll put a bit of cardarine in just to improve my endurance and stuff like that, and my cardio. And just focus on health. So I've added in like Macaroon, 1,500 milligram pre-bed, which improves sperm motility and libido. I've added Shilajit in the morning.
Is that bollocks, that though?
500 milligrams I'm doing with meal one.
Is
I don't know. I've only had 2.
There's a great lot of...
But that's for sperm motility.
Yeah. But
people are raving about it, though.
I know they are.
It just depends the way you get it from. I think getting hold of legitimate Shilajit is difficult.
That's from Biolabs. So
it should be from Biolabs.
It should be good. But, so yeah, that's the plan of attack. See where we're at, and then I'll get another sperm test done in 10 weeks.
And how much is one of them?
220 odd quid.
So right, and it's worth just having
a look, keep
looking, yeah.
And it'll be good to see how things change.
Differences.
Well, you're not spending money on gear, are you? So you might as well spend it on
something else.
Yeah,
some more drugs that are more productive in another way.
Yeah, but my training's not going to change. I'm still going to be.
No, it's going
to change.
But do you know what? You'll probably be. You probably enjoy it a bit more.
Yeah,
we're like
no stress, no pressure.
Yeah,
different focus as well going into the gym.
You'll be stronger than me on everything though, now, won't you?
Well, yeah.
But yeah, it's exciting. It's going to be. Do you know, like mentally, I feel a little bit like
weight off your shoulders, yeah, because it's been playing on your mind for a while. You've mentioned it a few times over the last 12 months to me in conversations we've had. So it's something that's always been there and that you've been worried about. And I think, although the start to the year hasn't been terrible for you, it's played into your hands to be like, do you know what, I'm not on a flyer, I'm not on a world beater here, so I can actually just take the time and do something else while things aren't really going as I'd like them, and it's just pushed itself nicely into your life there,
Yeah.
and now that niggling thoughts come to the forefront.
Kind of complements each other. So I'll let you.
We are.
Yes.
Doctor's on.
Right, we're back rolling. So we just had a malfunction. Mike's went to shit. So
What's that called, James? The thing?
This.
Yeah. Roadcaster or something like that.
No, it's mod track.
Pod track.
The pod track.
Yeah, so basically Mike's went off, but where we got to, or what we're speaking about, is you were just saying, Jimmy, like I'd been thinking about it for a while, hadn't I?
Yeah, thinking about having a family for a while. It was. I know it was in the back of your mind because you mentioned it a few times over the last, probably I'd say 12 months, but it was maybe a little bit before actually.
Yeah.
And actually, the start that you had to the year, although it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't as you'd wanted it to be. With you've been ill a couple of times, you've had some injuries, things just what you had issues with cycle that was just fucking fluctuating hormones too much, and I think that played it into the hands of, do you know what, I'm not going to be able to be in a position where I can compete in this year, or it's going to be a right task if I do, and probably not going to produce your best. That allows that then to come into the front.
Yeah.
And that's then took that weight off your shoulders because it's taken that niggling doubt that's going to be in the back of your mind always.
Yeah.
And now when it sort of put it on the table.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's where you've got that relief, I think.
And like you said, it's probably going to do me good because there's...
Plus it is, you've got some other focus, and it's going to let your injuries like heal, or we've got no to push. We have, because we're like going to gym and we're like progressive.
Yeah.
But it's not always like, right, we've got this to be there and we need to do this for that, and there's always a time frame for everything, isn't there?
Like an off season. Oh, I've got to be at this body weight, or I've got to have made this progress by this time. Because that's when my off season
and I need
finishes.
to be at this, but with this body composition, at least now it's like, well, I can pull back a bit because there's not a time for it. It's not, if I have 10-week pullback or. It doesn't matter.
Time. It's time.
It doesn't
now.
matter.
Yeah.
You've got time on your hands.
I've just got no stress, no pressure. We can just enjoy training
and go and do what we love doing, because that's biggest thing.
Yeah. So I think it'll do me good. I think the breaks physiologically and psychologically put me in a good place to really crack on when everything's sorted and I can get some drugs back
and you
in.
go, right, boom.
Right, here we go.
And we can plan it out way before.
Like you were saying just before it cut off, you said like what is the rush? Like you were saying.
Yeah, I go into deep, although I probably sound a little bit common. I go into deep thought quite a lot, and I get these phases where I just think to myself sometimes, and I don't know if anyone else thinks this, but like what is it for? What is life almost? What are we existing for? What am I waking up for in the morning? Where am I going? And the main thing is, why are we in such a fucking rush to get everywhere?
No, but
where are you going?
It's how we've been told, or how you're expecting. If you said to somebody, or you speak and you go, howdy, 30 odd, well, you ain't got kids at 30 odd.
Yeah.
What, you should own an house.
I want this by this time. I need to be in this position.
Who the fuck says you should have a kid at this time? Right? Who the fuck says you should have an house at this time and you should have this many cars on finance? Because all it is just to get you fucking stuck down. It's like you're in a rush. We aren't in a rush. It's our lives like thrown at us, perceived.
Yeah.
Like you should have this at that time. You should be doing this at that time. It's like when you'll have it because you've just been on holiday, but you don't go all the time. You should be going on holiday. Why the fuck says I should be going on holiday?
Yeah.
Fuck off. If you want to go on holiday, go on holiday.
Yeah, you should have a break every so often.
Yeah, don't tell me what. Don't, you know?
Yeah, live your life how you want to live your life.
Yeah, and have an house when you have an house, and have kids when you want kids, whether that'll be having them at 16 or 40. I think.
But I don't think it's just like a social construct either. I think, say for me, for example, when I think back 5 years ago, if somebody said to me all I was thinking in 5 years ago was, I can't wait. I'm going to be a professional bodybuilder. I'm going to have sponsors. I can do what I want in my day. I don't have to go to the factory to go to work.
Time away.
and that's where I wanted to be. And funnily enough, I'm here, but now I need to be there. And I know it's being present is a saying that people use a lot, but it's so fucking hard to be in the now. And like my youngest child turns 13 next week. 13.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, and they don't say it goes like that, but it does.
Isla's 9 at
Yeah.
a month.
But then again, in 13
Mad,
more
innit?
years' time, I'm going to be nearly 50. And then I'm going to look back and be like, I've been waiting to get to this point because I can relax and retire and travel the world. But I'm going to be in the same situation thinking, well, I need to...
No, but you shouldn't be in the same situation because what you should be doing is going, hold on a minute, like, because you're not enjoying. What I mean is you're not enjoying the bits, like...
Yeah, being present.
Yeah, where you said, all right, in 5 years' time I want to be there, and now you're there, you're not enjoying it because you're going, right, next 5 years.
Well, I need to be this,
I need to be there.
People always speak about, if you speak to bodybuilders and you ask them to tell you about their career, they can't. It's all a blur. Because
I believe that.
do you know what? Anybody who you speak about anything really, if you say, oh, over the last 10 years that you've done X, Y, and Z, or you've had this career, can you remember what they're like, fucking hell, they have to think about it. Because it is just a blur, because you're never present in the moment.
Something did me in your prep, and we were doing his prep, and he'd not even competed his first competition.
I know what you're going to say.
And he comes to the gym and he's wrote fucking training.
Off-season plan out.
We're starting off. I'm like,
Yeah.
He's sure.
You fucking 10 week out. You'd have to
Fucking, he wrote it all out. We're in off season before he'd finished. It was good to be like that.
Yeah,
but Almost like
You pulled me.
Yeah, well,
You're rushing it away.
Yeah, just enjoy this and like.
Well,
Do you know? This is your first this is your first pro season. What you're writing in your fucking off season plan. You see, I can remember you saying, you went, hold on a minute, you've not even competed yet. Like, why are you writing your off season programming out? And this is what you're going to do in your off season. And you I mean, don't get me wrong. I think there's positives to that because you're always looking for the next progression and where you want to be.
Yeah,
but you can lose sight of what's actually important in the here and now.
Because what I'm saying is, you at 20 and you at 20. Somebody at 20, bodybuilding, 25 or whatever it were, when you started and all you dream about is everybody the pinnacle is getting a pro card. I don't care what anybody else says. Right,
my life was a pipe dream back then.
About them being fucking easy. They're not, right? They are not easy to get. It's bollocks, right? All you dream about is getting that pro card. You've got them, and hold on a minute, you're not even enjoying it.
The first thing I thought about when I won my pro card, I stepped off stage, I had my next meal of fish and rice, and I thought, I can't get too out of shape because I want to get to Olympia. And I didn't.
You didn't
And
enjoy it.
still to this day, winning my pro card is never a thing because it's not the goal. Like, although it was the all-encompassing goal, it's not the ultimate. So it's like, yeah, that's great. Yeah, but now I need to be here.
But that's what I'm saying. So you're missing it.
Yeah, and I could have just...
you could have just enjoyed it and sucked it up. He must look back because it was a great first season.
Yeah.
And you did it in where you wanted to do them.
Yeah.
And you took it in, which is good. But you could have
I could have took it in more.
Yeah.
I could have took it in more.
How do you do that though?
It's difficult. And
As
do you
a
know what?
bodybuilder.
Do you know when people and some people have actually said this to me, and I don't believe in regrets. I don't think there is regrets. But when they say, do you wish you'd have done anything more in regards like your bodybuilding? And do you know what I wish I'd have probably done? I wish I'd have probably stayed amateur.
Taking your time.
Taking my time.
Exactly that for me.
And enjoyed some more amateur shows. Because when I think about it, like I competed in 2015, 2017, then 2021, and then 2022 as an amateur. But I didn't achieve the things as an amateur. Yeah, I won my pro card and I fast-tracked myself because I'd made big amounts of progress in that time. But do I wish I'd probably done more? Yeah, I've never won a British title, like a PCA British title, or I'd never competed at NABBA Universe, or do you know what I mean?
Just enjoyed being dominant.
Yeah.
Like turning up and people thinking, fucking hell, Naif's in that show.
That's why
he's pretty much good. And just
I wish
being the big dick.
I wish I'd have competed more often in higher shows and experience a little bit more as an amateur, because now, and which is not a negative attitude, but I'm also
realistic.
I'm realistic that now as a pro, I can experience some fucking fantastic shows and compete against some fantastic athletes and be like, wow. But I'm never going to have that experience again of being
been the big dick, walking in and people looking at you, and you can see their heart sinking when you take your top off. Like, and you're just pretending you're not looking, but you just know everyone's staring at you backstage because thinking, "What the fuck is that?" Like, you don't get that anymore. You just turn up and you're like,
and I think, like I always say, when he says, "Oh, I've only got a few more," and I say, "Oh, no, we can do masters and whatever else." But I'll be honest with you, I don't think he will, and this isn't a bad thing. This is how I just see it. Like, he's going to be one of them proper best dads you could ever wish for. So I don't think, like, do you get what I'm saying with this?
In the back of my mind, and I've not actually said it out loud, that is, I think as soon as
I don't think, because
you will not want to miss out. Like, I
won't, but I think you can still do it. And
no, but I think once you get a kid and you realise, and you'll not know until you've got one, I don't think you'll be like, fuck that, I'm not missing McDonald's with him or her or
my dad did it
though. or whatever.
My dad competed in amateur when I was like 3.
I hope you do, because I think you
will do.
But I just think that you'll be like, might be 1 or 2. I don't think you'd let it take you, like, you just know what sort of person he is.
Yeah,
you
I still think you can do it. We'll say I've done it. Like, I've all the way through. Like, I take my kids to pizza up when I'm on prep, and I sit there and feed them. And then, you know, I don't necessarily have to eat with them.
Yeah, like you said, when you take Island, when you're in a diet, can we go to
McDonald's
or can we go to
anywhere?
Taco Bell?
Taco Bell, I have to sit there, like, do you know what I mean?
Are you having out, Dad? Did you not even ask you now, though? Does she?
No, she knows. She knows, because you can't have out.
What are you eating, Dad?
Because you wham.
And she goes, because I'm wham. You and Big Dog. And then she'll have a little bit of like baby rice. Like in the morning when I take her to school.
Yeah.
I always have my baby rice. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she has a bit of that with me.
Yeah.
But I just think I don't know. I'm not saying I'm a shit dad, but
no, you're not.
There's them dads who are like
fully paternal. He's meant to be
like
a dad.
Yeah.
If I'd have a dad, I'd want to have to be my dad.
Yeah, exactly that.
Fucking hell, lads, get on.
No,
honestly,
hormones are a bit fucking all over the place.
No, but you understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely, mate.
He'll be like, come on, football, and we like it. So I just think when it comes to that time of having a child, I just think he'll be like, I won't miss him fucking nothing. Because there is sacrifice. I don't care what anybody says.
Of course there is. Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says, oh, it's not a sacrifice, you love it. No, but there is little sacrifices, like missing, well, I can't do this because of this, or I've got to go because I've got to do that.
Yeah.
I just don't think he'll...
There's ways around it.
Yeah.
I will make it work. So, that's that. What about you, Jim?
What, as in, where am I?
You've come down a little bit more again, about another 3 or 4 pounds.
Yeah, about 10 pound down.
10 pounds so far, yeah.
I think 10 more. It'll be...
We just had 200 calories. We pulled 200 calories back Sunday.
Sunday, yeah. So this is... I had Sunday lower calories, today's lower calories. And yeah, I think I go on holiday in 5 weeks. So I'd like £2 a week.
Yeah,
up until
£10
that.
from there, yeah.
So, yeah, but I feel really good. Saying to the doctor, put in the SLU injectable, and I feel fucking fantastic.
Mental clarity.
In comparison to the tablet for like back from Biolabs is what I've been using. So 400 microgram of that, and then Riz sent me out some SLU, and then 400 microgram of that. I know the bioavailability is supposed to be 25% better or something, but the difference that I felt personally from somebody who doesn't really feel anything from anything, is massitive.
Well, like cognitive function.
I feel just fucking good. Like, just
you feel focused, don't you?
Yeah, I feel like I've took a focus drink.
Have you been having the SLU?
Yeah, right. Like that's what
the oral or the
injection, because that's what I said to you. Obviously, last week I said to you since I had it.
Oh fucking hell! Oh,
this is what.
That's a good point.
So, but somebody's asked me a question, so I think we can tie all this in.
Yeah.
So, it's med. Do you wear a monitor or for your heart rate?
No, I'm not gay.
I'm only 15%. It's made my resting heart rate go down. Well, I'm assuming that's what it is, and I've asked him, And then he said,
And you've not lost any weight or just
No,
nothing?
you dropped 2 kilo, didn't you?
obviously, I've dropped 2 kilo, 1.6 kilo off it in first week from not changing nothing. But my resting heart rate's like 3, 4, 5 down, right? So like from 60, because mine's 59 to 54, no, 63 to 59, right?
Right.
And then now it's going 58, 59, 58, 59. And I said to him over there, I says, is it a thing? Because, and he says, well, you wrote it in your tracker, didn't you?
Yeah.
That your resting heart rate.
My resting heart rate is, and I'm like, do you know what? I've not actually, it didn't click that it could have been the SLU, but when he mentioned it, I'm like, hold on a minute, because it puts you in a state of, it's basically,
An endurance athlete.
yeah, it makes you like an endurance athlete.
Yeah.
So
and an endurance athlete's resting heart rate,
It's super low, yeah.
my resting heart rate is usually very good anyway.
A lot of your health metrics are good, aren't they?
Yeah,
for
they
such
are.
For such a big guy.
But
But-
mine in my resting heart rate.
But when I get to this weight, because I'm still like 334 pounds, but when I get to this weight, my resting heart rate is usually like low to mid 50s. But it's been 48 it were last night.
Fucking hell.
and that's what I'm saying, and I just didn't know if. But obviously, we
Well,
not being gay.
48, 49, 50,
You're gonna have to
51,
test it now.
47.
Can't track variables like that. I can't. It's for me. I just need to be like when Nath just took 200 calories off me. I was like, I can do more. We're doing 25 minutes of cardio. I'm thinking I might do 35, but just. And when I start looking, like I don't track my steps. I'm supposed to do 8,000 steps a day. I know roughly what I do. I do the same sort of movement every day.
Same walk.
And if we had 2,000 steps on, then I'll add another 20-minute walk because I just can't. I just get too focused on driving fat down and expenditure down and making things harder. So I just don't do it.
Mine's just for steps, hence why it's like 40 quid one. Do you know
Same
what I
with
mean?
same with
But
steps. I can't know.
My heart, it tells you heart resting heart rate.
Yeah.
I'm like, and obviously when I'm on cardio, I'm doing Stairmaster. Thinking, so I just have a little look to make sure that I am.
Yeah.
And I'm like thinking, fucking hell. And obviously I just thought it must be that, but
The correlation seems to be
It
it seems to be there.
But I tell you, just making me want to like, when I get into it, I think, right, yeah, next one.
Just
My
the focus is
warm-ups,
just through the roof, isn't it?
fucking
Yeah.
right, bad. And then I've had a somebody else asked me a question that Jack Davis,
from
Ultra.
from
put
Big Jack.
Yeah, he says thoughts
Shout
on SLU. He says, have you seen any improvements yet using prep and off-season dosage?
Yeah, so I think between 200 and 400 microgram dosage wise, in an off
You've
season,
used it a bit longer,
I've been using it for it's coming up to 7 months now, and that was off the back of Dr. Dean using it 12 months ago. So I was listening to something he was saying on a podcast, and I managed to get hold of some, and I put it in, and yeah, I felt good. I could definitely see the difference.
Is there other stuff to use it with? Because somebody asked me a question last week about
Methylene blue.
So methylene blue
and something else.
5-amino 1-MQ.
Is that what it is?
As a fat loss
to use them together.
Yeah. I didn't use a 5-amino 1 because we were going to put it in, but 5-amino 1-MQ only really comes into its own when you're quite a low body fat level.
Yeah.
So for me to put it in now just wouldn't. It's quite expensive, so it just wouldn't make sense.
So you'd use the meth blue and
So methylene blue SLUPP
Together, and then once you're shredded-
together, as you're getting leaner, adding that 5-amino 1-MQ in there is going to be a really nice addition to get them last little bits off, even when you're using clenbuterol.
yeah.
So
there's a few things there. We'll get on to his first topic because we've had just a chat there, haven't we? Really?
we haven't seen much of each other, have we?
Yeah, we haven't seen much of each other, but this is a good chat, which it made me think about it with this
Where you are,
where I am quite now, and how I'm gonna cope mentally. Are steroids addictive?
Yeah.
Why?
I love them. Right? No, I'm not like. What I mean by that is, I'm not saying I was 32, 33 when I had them. I didn't have them till that time.
How old are you now?
40. Have I
Oh,
Have you
okay.
told anyone that before?
But I've never come off. I've obviously blasting cruising. It's
Yeah,
not as
yeah.
though like I'm saying I'm blasting gear.
You're 2 gram
Do you know what I
constantly.
mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But I've never come off. And the reason I'm on about it is when I said to you 6 weeks, you'll be all right. Because last prep, I did about 10 week, maybe 11, 12.
On 200 or 250, weren't it?
I felt fucking shocking.
Felt horrible.
I felt shocking. All right for 6 weeks and then shocking. So I will never ever, obviously once I'm not training as much and whatever else, get it, like, but we're training hard and stuff like that. I'm not going low, me. Do you know what I mean? 500.
Yeah.
I'll keep 500 tests and I'll fucking risk it.
So when I say are they addictive?
I think addictive is the wrong word, isn't it?
Well, I think there's different. I think there's different
But
types of addiction. So it's not like a recreational drug where you get a dopamine hit. So you don't get a high. So you don't inject some. You don't fucking jab your shot and go. Oh,
no, but no, but
So
we don't. But what about kids in gym? All right, pal. Fucking hell, jab yesterday. I feel right good. What? Fucking 24 hour.
But it's not like that. So it's a mental thing, isn't it? So it's not like you don't get a high. So you don't get a dopamine release from doing a shot. So the addiction comes from the
addiction comes from looking in the mirror.
Yeah.
Because you go soft. I don't give a fuck who you are.
the progress that you make and the changes that physically happen and to an extent mentally.
When you take it out, you don't look. You do.
But you don't get the endorphin release and that feeling when you look.
You've not got them. You like start losing your edges. I call it your edges. Like you're looking in the mirror, and I think that's the addiction with it.
I don't think the steroids. Steroids. They're obviously they're not an addictive drug. You know, they're not.
They're not.
But I think you can become
the compound's not addictive.
Dependable. I think you're dependable on steroids, and I think for me personally, I am dependable on steroids now because of the goal that I have is so huge. But I know as soon as I stop bodybuilding, I don't have that goal anymore, and I can stop taking steroids.
Could you?
Quite happily, yeah. I would never take another steroid again.
You're a liar.
I promise you.
I think
because it's just not conducive to what I need.
Yeah. So for you,
Obviously TRT because obviously I'll feel horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
I wouldn't be running.
What I mean is, but what I'm saying is like, we'd have TRT. Obviously, there's no set TRT.
I just
because
make sure
it's
I'm in
blood
range.
dependent. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Topper.
I just make sure.
Would you make sure you're topper?
Absolutely, yeah. And I think anybody should.
Because it makes you
It's
feel.
going to make you feel better, but I wouldn't be super physiological.
But it makes you feel like, makes you feel great, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Even when you're on the like, just TRT. Lots of people should be using it.
Oh, 100%.
Like
Every man over 50 should be prescribed TRT.
You shouldn't.
Obviously, blood work dependent.
Have your
Yeah,
bloods and make sure what works
but
for
proper
you.
TRT, not fucking
Yeah.
testo gel.
Yeah.
So it's more of it's an addiction to body image,
Body dysmorphia.
Yeah, of course it is.
your self-esteem. Is it a social thing as well? Like for us, we're in a space where social media is a big thing. We're expected to potentially look a certain way for us as clients, and
For me, no, because
so that's not an issue.
Yeah, because I don't
you think-
compete and I don't watch it. I just like
Peer pressure.
I just like going to gym.
I think that's a big part for most people. Peer pressure.
Peer
as well,
pressure.
Yeah.
It is,
Like-
but like if it would have been for me, I'd have had it when I was younger. It didn't bother me. Like,
Yeah, because your mates would have been taking it, and they're like,
for
"Oh, why
me,
don't you go?"
yeah, get on nappers in 50s and fucking Sus and Decker and whatever else. It didn't bother. It just didn't bother me. But I think once you've had it,
Yeah, you don't just have one cycle, do you?
No.
Nobody ever has one cycle.
no, I think that's where I think the addiction or the addictive part of it is. I have never spoke to anybody
Who
who's
says they
had
don't
a cycle
and they don't feel better.
and they don't feel better and they don't have another.
Yeah.
Training in winter, fuck training in winter, fucking eating food and getting fat. So this time of year comes, what are you doing, pal? We're going to start gym next week, we just ordered a cycle.
Yeah.
know-
Got any clem?
Do you know what I mean? I think it's... People do think they are. There's a lot of idiots use them, that's where a bad thing press gets from them. There's a lot of people do think that they're miracles and they're not. They don't do no, we are what you're doing. But they do make you feel better.
Yeah, and you just mentioned it quickly then as well. Mentally, cognitively, I think although some obviously make you feel worse, train obviously accumulating over a period of time. I think my mindset and where I attribute my success in life, whatever, career, wherever I am, all down to steroids. Without steroids, I can fully say that I wouldn't be where I am today in everything because of my mindset. It changes my mindset to be more cutthroat. I'm really laid back and I can't really give a fuck for most stuff most of the time. But when I take steroids, I'm like, this is where I need to be. That's what I need to do. And it gives me the edge and the fucking eye of the tiger.
Trend does that with me.
But just
training.
Just anything. And that's what's pushed me to better myself when I was comfortable anyway and I had what I needed. It's like, I've got a family, I've got kids.
I think some people definitely should, depending on your personality, some people should definitely not use steroids.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but exactly that. Or if you're one of them delicate kids, there's all these delicate kids going at gyms. Do you know? There's a lot of them now. Like there's a lot of, you know what I mean? A
lot of snowflakes.
Yeah, going at gym, and then they start talking to somebody and have a bit of stuff and that. They shouldn't. There's suicidal ones, and then there's
fucking lunatics.
Then there's lunatics. Do you know? And you've only got to look back when you first started going at gym, and they were full of hard men. Like there were no snowflakes, they were full of hard men.
Oh yeah.
They're all psychopaths.
Yeah.
They're all like thinking these shouldn't be having these shouldn't be having.
Don't look at him.
Sweating, sweating. Only bird what in gym were one of the birds because he's gone paranoid, thinks he's doing something. Like he's standing corner, don't move. Do you know what I mean? Like the proper psychopaths are having them. They shouldn't have had them. That's why. No. Like you said, round moat people. And then them delicate kids, they shouldn't be having them.
No,
I think there's a couple of different types of like delicate kids though. So Joe, Markline, video guy.
Hey, he's made some fucking weight progress, hasn't he?
Very, very introverted, really nice lad. Comes in. Oh, I'd like to start videography. You know, quite timid.
A little bit wet behind here. He's not had a lot of. He's not had
a bit silver spoon.
He's not got a lot of. Like real world life experience, has he?
No, so he was a little bit naive, and then obviously he's gone to his bodybuilding journey. He did his natural show, and then he's become assisted, and just the change in his drive and his success within his career as from a standpoint as well is like that. And I can guarantee you he wouldn't be there now without using testosterone.
But do you think because that's a confidence thing?
Yeah.
But do you think the confidence has come because he's more confident with how he looks in himself? Because his physique's changed massively.
Absolutely. I just think you're walking around with your chest out. You're not as timid anymore.
The difference is with him is he's got you
to guide him.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Right? The difference is he's got you.
When he's not got fucking Dave people, down at gym saying just stick this in you.
Yeah. Big Dave's massive. He says go on this. You know, he's got you to go. You only need this little bit.
Yeah.
If you feel like this, phone me. What?
Yeah, we've actually had a couple of conversations.
Yeah, because you've had a couple of clients who you've said, "This is all you need to go on. This is going to put you above your range. You're going to make progress on this. If you start feeling or experiencing this, and you want to start beating your fucking missus up, ring me.
Ring me because there's a way of doing it. I think a lot of people when they're going at gym, they're just getting it off some knobhead who don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, local steroid dealer.
Yeah, telling them to take shit.
Gold chain, fat as fuck.
Like my first cycle. What should I take? 2 mil of this and 2 mil of that. What was that?
For 6 weeks.
Test 400 and try trend.
which is like 200, 250 anyway. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, I just think with that,
So do you think steroids are a positive thing or a negative thing?
I think they're positive. I really do.
I think we're not promoting, right? So we're not promoting we're not promoting the use. There can be a positive. What we're saying is, depending on the person. Well, I mean, we've got away from the question a bit, but I think, are they addictive then? The actual use of them, obviously the compounds aren't addictive.
I think
do you think it's more physical? Do you think it's physical or psychological, or mix of both?
Psychological more. I think it depends what you're using them for, whether it be addictive. If you're using them to enhance how you look, right, then they're addictive because then it's psychological, because you look at me when you stop having them, and a lot of people, what they don't do what we do is, a lot of people, when they stop having them, they also stop eating,
Stop dieting and
stop
training
going to
hard,
gym.
Yeah.
So it's a massive snowball effect.
Yeah.
I think TRT, then I don't think they're addictive. I think it's just a medicine, like going to doctors and I'm giving you an antidepressant, what you don't need when you do need testosterone. I don't think they're addictive then.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of male suicide
It's linked to low testosterone.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so as well.
I don't care what anybody says. So I don't think they're addictive. I think it's what's needed. I think when you're using them
As a cycle.
yeah, aesthetics,
Aesthetics and performance enhancement. Yeah.
then I think that's where
Which is where the psychological massive
and
side
I think
comes
that's
from.
where the addictives come, because you've got me, you've got coach, you eat whether you're on it or not.
Nothing changes.
It's just like a supplement, isn't it? To me, like
Exactly.
If I'm on it or not, it's like I'm taking creatine or
we use it
iron.
as its a performance enhancing drug.
Do you know,
So we use it to enhance what we're doing.
I'm going to make sure that I am training just as hard, if not harder, and doing things
More diligently.
if I can.
Yeah.
I'm going to try.
what you did.
I'm trying to squeeze every little bit extra out over this next sort of 6-9 months, because I know that I ain't got that.
Yeah, and you don't want to lose.
And I
what
don't want to
you've
lose
just
what
crafted.
it's fucking hard to lose muscle unless I toss it off.
Yeah,
my physique's probably going to look different.
but it won't look, because you'll kill it. And what I mean is
I'm still going to be fucking trying to make progress in gym.
progress. Whereas the people that get a bad stigma or whatever you want to say is they come off everything, food, training. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, you lose all your gains if you come off gear. Yeah, if you're a fucking idiot, you will.
And you go to the gym and you're not eating, and that's where a psychological standpoint comes from.
Well, my mate, he stopped taking it, and he fucking because he's a fucking pleb.
He's a pleb, and he's out fucking drinking Stella and sniffing devil's dandruff all the time, silly bastard. Do you know what I mean?
This leads into a question actually. Ian Allen, actually, Twink. He used to train at the same gym as me when I were skinny. He's actually put, I've seen Nath grow from a skinny 18, basically a skinny 18-year-old into a fucking specimen. So he was like, question, the mental side of using gear, how does it affect you when you're coming off them? How badly does it affect your training? My friends say that you feel like you're shrinking straight away, or you can't lift that much because you've stopped taking them. This is exactly what we've just been saying.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, Twink, or your mates are probably not at the level that we're at, and they stop taking the gear, they stop eating the food what they should be eating. They're reliant on the gear to be where they're at.
Yeah, we go to the difference is we go to gym because we like it. Whether we're motivated or not, we like
eat the food that you eat because you like it.
We like going to gym. I like training. Like I like it. And I liked it years ago when they were fucking rough gyms.
Yeah.
Right? We all did. And keep going at gym. So we not have that to go to gym. 90% of people who have gear, they have the gear to make them go to gym.
Yeah, I'm starting gym next week.
Yeah.
Can I order my cycle?
Can I order some cycle?
What do you mean?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're gonna have it, and everybody goes, "Oh, it's all gear, it's all gear." Well, how come 80% at gym has gear, and 80% at gym look wank?
I wish it was that easy.
Yeah,
I really fucking do.
So yeah, to answer your question, how badly does it affect you coming off? It's going to be a challenge for me, but a challenge that I'm very positive that I can still make progress and still develop my physique what needs developing, and I can still make progress in certain areas that I need to, whether that be fitness, cardio, certain body parts that bring up mobility. Yeah, I will get better. I will get better, and I'll progress in some way.
You're progressing all the way.
Do you know what I mean?
You know you will.
Whether that's mentally or physically.
There's no other option. That's the difference.
But other than that, I can't tell you because I've never come up. I've not come off. Not come off for years.
Yeah, again, I just think it's an experience thing. People are experienced. You use it for a certain thing, and then when you come off, and you understand you're off for a reason, and then you go back on, and that's fine.
And I don't think you lose strength as such, so I don't think that my strength is going to change massively.
No.
My muscular endurance and my recovery may be impacted. Yeah. So I'll still probably be able to lift the same loads.
The difference is you're not be able to go on it as quick.
Yeah, so I'll be able to lift the same loads, but
maybe not as many reps.
I might lose a couple of reps here and there, and
You might have to adjust volume.
Yeah, I might have to adjust volume. Where there's 3 sets, I might have to pull down to 2 sets. Instead of doing a rest pause set or a drop set, I might have to just go to straight
And if
set.
you were training push-pull legs, you might have to have a couple of days off.
I might have to do push-pull rest, legs rest.
Might have to go to 1 day on, 1 day off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't know that, do you?
But that's not to do with gear. That's to do with experience of being able to know why you're going to recover.
Because you've got a physiological change.
Yeah, that's it. The reason why they're doing that is because they're just idiots who go to the gym and don't understand what they're doing.
Yeah, they'll not have a shot for a week and think, oh, fucking hell, I'm gear. I'm not going to be as strong today.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm going to be thinking, I ain't fucking losing I'm not going backwards.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless it's going to start being an injury risk.
Yeah, of course it is.
Do you know what I mean? Like, then that's just daft. But yeah, so yeah, that's a good one covered. Next question then. If you could only pick, this is a good one. So I'm going to say for yourself and for your client. So being sensible and being fucking a bit gung-ho. If you could only pick one oil, one injectable, one oral, one peptide for the rest of your life to use for yourself and for a client, what would it be? The caveat is testosterone is already in place as a base. Right. So whether that be...
So it's a secondary compound.
It's a secondary compound.
An oral.
So whether that be 300 mega testosterone or 500 mega testosterone...
It doesn't matter, it's just there.
It doesn't matter. That's there as a base. Your secondary...
So I'd have BPC because at the moment, like, because I'm 40...
fucking hell, here we go.
Every time I get a little niggle, and I've had a bad one last... My own fault, because every time I do a fucking military press, and I shouldn't do it, but I've done military press last week.
What, the standing Viking?
Yeah. It's not even press, it's me talking bollocks. I hadn't used it for ages.
And you stuck fucking...
It's an horrible press for a bodybuilder anyway.
You stuck three plates aside.
3 plates aside on. And the movement is sound. It's just, I haven't done it for ages, so start off small. Gone in and put a shitload of weight on. I don't need to. Fucking hate me, son. So use a bit of BPC. I'm all right. So I'd use that because I do think it's...
Why? So BPC is your peptide. Reasons why you wouldn't have picked something else?
Because I don't like others. Because
growth hormone you don't like get on with, do you?
Growth hormone gives me spots. And it does.
You've never used insulin?
I've never used insulin. I've never needed to. Do you know? Never wanted to. I ain't got an appetite. I've had 4,000 calories, 4,300 or whatever. Don't need insulin for that. Like, I could eat it.
Yeah, your blood glucose isn't going high enough to
I don't need it. People use stuff unnecessarily. Growth hormone don't work for me. So that's only one. I've never used TB500. Only reason I've never used it is because I've read something about cancer. If you've got something in your body, it can speed process up or something like that. So I never used it. Oil, Primo. I like Tren. I do really like Tren, I'm not going to lie.
And is this for you and clients or just you?
I just think Primo's very safe. Like, as in a compound that you're going to...
Bang for your buck.
Yeah, I really do.
Fucking hell, is he all right?
You've got to use it. No, but you can use it as relatively low or high. And there's numbers for everybody. Do you get what I mean? I think if I were telling a client, it'd be like 200 or 300 maximum. But with me, I like a 700 to a gram of Primo.
Yeah.
Do you know? But I only like 500 tests. Slows me down after that. So I make my numbers up with Primo. And then Tren. But
that's Tren's for you, or is that
Tren's for me?
Right. Primo's for clients.
So Primo's for clients, Tren's for you.
You know, I like Tren. I like how it makes you feel.
But I do agree that you can get a lot out of a little.
I've been converted.
You've converted.
With Tren?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've ran,
You've run the gram.
I've run a gram and a half of Tren.
And you've also run 70 milligrams.
That's why I like it.
And I'm running 70 milligram now. The difference, there's no difference. In fact, the 70 milligram of Tren is better than 700.
Clip that.
It's true.
Jimmy Tonk,
yeah.
Jimmy Royd Hasseltank has just fucking said that 70 milligram of Tren is better than a gram and a half. What the fuck?
Hey, I'm a man of change. That's all I'll say.
No, I like about 200. Well, I don't. I think 400 is great and all. You know what I mean? But like, I do like it. I like trying to acetate me. I don't like the others. I don't
Yeah,
like
trying to acetate is
Because you can take it out. If
Yeah.
You put it in. If you have any negative sides, you can pull it out. It's out pretty quick. You put in Trenny if you have any negative. Do you know what? Though? I like parabolan.
And I don't like.
yeah, I do. It's just the half-life is
And I don't like tablets, me. So the tablet.
like orals?
No, they're not my appetite straight away.
What?
They're not my appetite straight away. Anavar gives me back pump no matter what. Like,
Right.
horrible back pump. Like, as soon as I'm training. Like, don't matter what. I mean, Winstrol. I've had Winstrol. We tried Winstrol in last prep.
yeah.
No.
Well, we did. Cal, I spoke to Cal, name so clear, and he says like,
Did Cal get it nodded? So this is Cal's foil.
yeah. I said, have you ever tried out above 50? He went, I don't need it. I said, I'll try 100 then. So he did really give me a nod, didn't he? Do you know what I mean? For me to be a lead scientist.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Lead astronaut.
So I had 100. And then Riz says, try.
200.
Riz said, try 200. And how many did he? And then what did I use? Which I liked.
Proviron?
Yeah. I used it high.
Yeah, we started at 25, we went 50, 75, 100.
100. Morning and neat, I think. Yeah.
You're spending about 200 quid a
I was
week
going
on
to say that was
Proviron.
fucking expensive.
Yeah, I probably, do you know what? I use Proviron. If it's an oral, that's what I'd use.
So test Primobolan, Proviron for your clients as well,
For my clients.
And then-
For me, I'd take the Primo out
and use Tren.
and use Tren.
And
Obviously,
use
if we're
BPC.
going to use... I've had a question about this, but probably use that next time.
Would you use Proviron for your clients as an oral?
Yeah,
Would you?
yeah, because...
You don't like using orals with your clients, do you?
No, that's what I was just going to say. I've had a question twice, but we'll bring it up on next episode about women with steroids. But we'll bring it up on next because it can go for a long period, that question.
it's a deep.
But yeah. And obviously, if I were going to, then you'd be talking orals, you'd be talking Primo or Anavar, wouldn't you? But I'm not really that.
Clued up on.
No, I just
women's
don't have-
anabolics
Not. I don't think they need it unless
unless you've
you've
got a chance of being competitive.
Yeah.
We'll go into female physiology and
Next time.
That's a big topic.
next
That's a
episode.
big topic.
Yeah. So,
So-
what about you two?
So Anavar would be my oral. Growth hormone would be my peptide. For both clients and myself. I think Anavar is fantastic for performance. I did think about potentially for performance, Turinabol's good.
Oh yeah, because no
Nootropic benefits. It's what Soviet state and Germans used in Olympics when they were fucking mopping up. It doesn't aromatize. You don't really get any sort of water retention from it, but you're not going to get a massive sort of aesthetic benefit from it. Whereas Anavar, so from a performance side, Turinabol's great. You could use a little bit of Turinabol, like Turinavar, which is like a compound that's been constructed, which is not actually really one. It's one or other. But I think I'd still pick Anavar. I think Anavar for performance, for the look that you get from it, the fullness. I like that for both myself and for clients.
Gives me a horrendous back pump.
Growth hormone, I think that's just standard.
Yeah. Can't beat growth hormone.
I don't think you can beat growth hormone. And then for my oil, I think the doctor would think that I would go for Primo or Masteron because he thinks I'm safe. But I just think if I'm going for it, and I've only got one steroid to take, I think you can get a lot from just test Anavar and growth hormone. So you can get a lot out of them.
Yeah.
Cycling the orals on and off, or however you're going to do it, to make sure like liver enzymes are in a good spot.
100%.
So I think for myself, I'd probably pick Tren, for myself in low doses, in short bursts.
For what though? For
feed efficiency, nitrogen,
The aesthetic look it
the
brings.
aesthetic lipolytic
Does look.
effects.
You know you're on it, don't you?
Yeah.
Do you know when you've had it?
You like.
Yeah.
You know when you put
Don't
it
get me
in-
wrong, you can't use as much, and obviously there's a caveat to this because people are going to say, well, how much can you use in total? Like, yeah, have you got a gram limit? Have you got a 1,500 milligram limit? It's a difficult one to say, but
do you know-
just talking compounds in general, I think for clients, I'd probably say Primo or Mastron.
And do you know,
For myself, would I say Trent?
I think trends.
I'm going to go Trent. I'm going to go test over testers, but I'm going to go Trent and Anavar growth hormone for me. Clients,
Test Prima Ball.
I'm going to go Mastron. One, affordability, legitimacy, oil volume. So I'm going to go Mastron, Anavar growth hormone. For
While we're
clients.
on it, because obviously we're on about Master and Prima, but do you think you get a different look off it?
Yeah.
I think Prima Ball and superior to Mastron in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I do. I think the looks better.
Yeah, I like Mastron better.
I think the looks better for Prima.
I use both.
when you have
I use
Mastron-
both in conjunction for my clients, generally.
I use Mastron with a client for efficiency more, affordability, oil volume, whether it's topping up some Prima Ball and whether the gear that they get in potentially isn't legitimate.
What it
or
says it is.
I'm not confident in the source, but it'll be Mastron then.
Yeah. And I might stick like 300 mega Primo in.
Yeah,
and
just to try.
500 mega Mastron or 600 mega Mastron.
I just prefer the look of Prima. Me.
Yeah, I do like Primo.
Yeah, it's good. I would go clients, test Primo, probably Anavar, same, and growth hormone. Growth hormone is king. It's like you said, you can get a lot out of test Anavar and Prima Bowling. Just for anybody, that's you could do anything. But for me, I wouldn't actually go trend. I would go NPP, test NPP, growth hormone, and Winstrol.
For you?
Yeah.
I can't handle MPP. Sends me fucking round.
The
bends.
MPP makes me really full and strong. So if I'm thinking about if I'm getting lean, I can use that as keeping me full because it's not. I can get dry. So using MPP there is not going to be an issue. Its neurotoxicity is, we think, less than what Tren is. Tren's accumulation over use is just too much, I think, to be using it as something.
Yeah. That's why you
as
can
a
only.
compound.
As a constant.
Yeah, as a constant. I think as an accumulation, for example, Tren, every time you use it, it's supposed to accumulate in its effects, whether that's neurotoxicity or whatever.
That's why you can only use it for 26 weeks on cycle, innit?
But then again, the next is it 26 or 28? But the next time you use it as well, that has apparently a compounding effect.
Yeah.
So it's every time you use it, like some people might be like, I was fine with Tren for the first 3 years and now I can't use it.
And my kidneys are fucked.
Yeah. So that would be the only, it's still not that NOR19.
You've made me think a little bit there.
And then Winstrol simply just for its aesthetic benefits when you lean.
Yeah.
I think Winstrol just running a high dose for
Hurts though, doesn't it?
What about DHB?
Yeah, do you know what? You just took. That's what I was going to say. Because I thought I looked fucking good on that last.
DHB, you can, it's a bit pippy, but you can use it in a prep or an off season.
I did like to use that with
And
a
I
lot of
used-
clients as well for a period of time.
Again, it's
I used it last prep. Not much. What did we go to? 22. What is it? 75.
225.
So it's 225. And I loved it. I looked
Yeah,
fucking.
I enjoyed
looked best I've ever looked on it, and I just do. I just liked it.
Technically, as a drug, it's pretty shit. When you look at its
Yeah.
when you look at its use case and comparing it to EQ, it doesn't actually, on paper, translate to actually being a very good anabolic. However, visually, there's no denying it.
Yeah.
And that's
Visually.
the all science versus
It's like-
fucking
it's
real
like-
world concept.
Yeah,
innit?
yeah.
It says it's not very good, but actually, the
Just
look.
look round on it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I knew I were on it.
Yeah, you do, don't you? You know you're on it. And it's
Yeah.
just like a round, hard.
Yeah. I knew
sort
I
of-
were on it.
It's almost like it's like a trend, isn't it? They call it Trend's little brother, don't they?
Yeah.
Is what
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. You were like, fuck,
like going round to
Because
it.
it crashes a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah.
yeah, it's just hard to.
You can't. I don't think like when people say, "Oh, they've got this DHB 800 and stuff like that." It's fucking
You know, you've got no.
50, 75.
It should be 50. Because when you see it at 75,
It's like you say, it's crashed. It's
it's
cooking
crashed.
that's impossible. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, so when you get a DHB at 100, it's like, well, is it actually DHB?
no,
It's
no.
not. It's EQ.
Or if it is, there's that much fucking benzyl alcohol in it.
It's gonna fucking sting.
it's gonna fucking
you
take
get
your
a
arm
swallow,
off.
yeah.
So yeah, that's a good one. You've made me think a little bit there because I'm like, oh, it's a difficult one.
MPP don't work with you though, does it? You know what I mean?
I've had it before. I think being safe, it'd probably be test primo anavar growth hormone, or so primo anavar growth hormone, just because I know what it's like. Now, bang for your buck, yeah,
Bang for your buck, the safe, the work,
yeah,
the time tested, over the centuries, years and years, decades.
So moving on then to food sources. So we've done drugs.
How long have we been filming?
Just over an hour. And then we'll fire some questions.
Yeah.
So if you could only pick, this is a difficult one, but if you could only pick 3 carb sources, 3 protein sources, and 2 direct fat sources for the rest of your life, what would you pick? Caveat is you could have like a
rice and rice.
one meal off.
3 carbs.
Yeah, you could have 1 meal off a week, so you could change
But we've got
anything.
3 carbs.
3 carbs.
Well, jasmine rice for one.
Yeah, so just any white rice has to be in there, doesn't it?
At the moment, me, baby rice, sourdough, and jasmine rice. That'd be them. That's it. I don't burp. I don't bloat. It's easy to eat. I don't ever get fed up with it.
Is baby rice and jasmine rice the same thing though?
It's rice based, but no, I'd say it's different.
All right, okay.
Yeah. It's definitely different. So I'm not having cream of rice. I only like cream of rice when I'm like
starving.
Yeah.
And you want that artificial flavour.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But saying that, I do like that from ESN.
ESN rice pudding.
Yeah.
It tastes loads better if you do it with code Tonk as well, apparently.
Yeah. I was just going to say that. I was going to say you don't need as much salt in it, but it only works if you fucking whisk it up. It's fucking
I don't know what it does because I don't have to whisk it.
I don't. I just pour it in and leave it.
Yeah, and I just let it sit and it's sound.
I do, but then if you whisk it, it just gives it some
you whisk it after when it's sort of set almost.
When it's almost set.
Oh, yeah, it would be a bit hard to whisk
and
that.
then get a good whisk and it like just, I don't
Puffs
know.
up.
Yeah, and it's proper.
I might try
Pink
that.
salt in it. Pink salt.
What about your protein source?
How many protein sources?
3.
we got? So whey, which has got to be JP whey because it's on at one. It's on at one that settles.
Pickled onions are a protein source.
Chicken and steak.
Oh, okay.
Chicken
Yeah,
and steak.
yeah, beef.
And then fat sources.
Oh, yeah.
Direct fat sources.
At the moment, I'd have dark chocolate.
2.
I'd have dark chocolate and have avocado because I'm been liking a bit of avocado with lemon on. So that's it. And I don't really like avocado, but it's all right when you put lemon on it, you know.
Yeah, it is nice, yeah. Guacamole. What would you pick?
Carb sauces would be jasmine rice, rice pudding, and probably sourdough bread, actually. I'm really into that at the minute. It sits really, really nicely with me. Low volume,
I tell
high
you what,
carb.
while you've just said that, though, you can't fucking toast it long, can you? Fucking no.
Well, the sourdough, yeah.
It fucking breaks teeth, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I had all these cuts in my mouth all the week. I'm thinking, where the fuck have these come from? I thought it's because I'm eating that. So I have to like just...
You have to just lightly toast it, don't you?
Yeah. So oats don't really sit. They sit okay, but I just efficiency of digestion. Oats aren't really there. Same with pasta, potato. Although I do really like potato, sometimes it can sit with me a little bit dodgy. So anything rice based for me is always gonna.
You just know, don't you?
Yeah, I just it's safe sources. Protein sources. So red meat, any beef, probably any fish. So any white fish or prawns, cod, and then probably an oily fish also, salmon. Is that the same thing? That's not so white fish and then oily fish.
So you can pick salmon, cod or haddock, and beef.
Yeah. So I'd have beef.
So then we rice pudding. What would you have?
What do you mean?
Because that'd be one of your carb sources that you picked. Because you do that anyway. You just have a bit of flavouring in it, don't you?
Yeah. So so my next meal will be. My meal after just be rice pudding with some cinnamon or cacao powder and then flavouring and then I just have the protein source separate. So I tend to eat my protein first and then my carbohydrates.
Yeah, like a treat.
Yeah. So my carbs are always sweet in them meals. So yeah, red meat. So beef, salmon, and prawns would be my 3 protein sources.
What about your fats?
Walnuts and flaxseed, milled flaxseed.
I like walnuts and cashews, me.
So obviously with the salmon, I'm getting plenty of fats there.
But I like them when it comes to prep at end.
Yeah, well, if you eat a walnut in off-season, it tastes like mud, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Whereas in prep, it tastes like candy.
Yeah,
It's like,
well, it is for me because 3 of my meals are probably chicken and walnuts. I'll have like
the walnuts and
carbs.
the fat sauce are fantastic.
carbs pre and post training, then meal the 3 meals.
Protein, fats,
It's protein and fats, and I'd just rather have chicken, walnuts,
pickled onions.
pickled onions, a bit of pink salt, and balsamic vinegar. It's a great meal.
So proper acidic then.
Yeah.
Proper vinegar.
Got health.
What about you?
Mine would be beef. Oh, for the rest of your life. Fucking hell. Carb sources. Jasmine rice, sourdough, and potatoes.
Yeah.
Because I don't need like a cream of rice or a baby rice. I can eat whole foods every meal. And if I wanted, because caveat would be you would get one interchangeable meal a week.
Right, so it could be a bit sweet there.
So
You
if I
want a
fancied
bit
something,
sweet,
I'd have a cream of rice and whey. But I'd have red potato, jasmine rice and sourdough. My protein sources, this is tough because I fucking like them all. I'm thinking,
You do like a bit of protein, don't you?
yeah, like eggs. I love eggs. I love salmon, beef. I like chicken and turkey. I like whitefish. I like literally like every fucking protein source. So, what would my 3 be for the rest of my life?
Eggs with a sourdough would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
It's
but then you could also
difficult now,
then you
innit?
could also have a steak sandwich.
See, that's what I have.
Yeah.
Meal 4.
What with
I
sourdough,
have.
bit of steak.
Yeah,
And mushrooms on.
red meat definitely going to be
There's got to be red meat in there. isn't there?
definitely going to be a beef. I think chicken or turkey is a safe bet for just ease.
It's just.
But if I would pick, it is easy. I do like it, but salmon's a lot fucking tastier and a lot more beneficial for you.
I don't like salmon. I only like that 1-inch strips. I don't like that what you have to cook.
See, I love it.
Fucking stinks.
I've got salmon meal 4 today.
Yeah, I love it.
stink.
Yeah, I've got salmon. Wah. Fucking hell. For the rest of your life. Fucking hell. Beef, salmon, eggs.
Ooh, all the fats.
Beef, salmon, eggs.
And then actual fats on top of that, which you won't
These
need
fats will
anyway.
be coconut oil.
Coconut oil and avocado.
Yeah, solid.
Yeah.
Solid.
And then if I wanted to change anything, if you had an interchangeable one each week, I'd bring a whey in and a cream of rice.
A little bit of dark chocolate, some almond butter.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah, something a little bit sweeter, just to soften the palate a little bit.
See, I have to go with almond butter. Can I have it at night? Last meal. If I have it in a day,
Bungs you up a bit, doesn't it?
fucking repeats on me all day.
Yeah, so that's telling you that you don't digest it well. So
Yeah, that's what I'm
just
saying.
don't
So
eat
I don't bother. But it's very nice on cream of rice.
It is.
you know what I mean.
it. Yeah.
Right. Have you got any questions? If not, I've got one.
No, go on.
I was just going to say, because something come up the other day, because I've had a client who's had a fucking torrid time of it this last fucking year, and I'm like, fucking hell. So it was like craziest. Have you got any prep stories, like crazy prep stories from like either yourself or clients? Like it could be anything. I mean, I can remember your when you won your pro card, when you flew from, and you were doing about fucking 30,000 steps a day. when you flew from
Finland to Norway.
Finland to Norway, and you were just
Yeah.
eating. You just had eating protein fats and fucking doing about 30,000 steps, weren't you?
Yeah, well, I won my pro card eating trout, and I didn't realise it was trout. I thought it was salmon. I was like, I need to go and find some of that salmon that's only got 10 grams of fat in it because I could eat more.
Yeah.
But it was fucking trout. So I was walking about 4 miles to this shop to get this trout. But,
But you won your pro card.
yeah,
Pro card.
yeah.
So trout
for
for the
pro
win.
So trout, that's my protein source on side.
So it come up because like I was speaking to one of my clients this week, and I'm like, fucking hell, like, he's had a rough time in it, but I can remember. So I got a phone call at about 10 o'clock at night on a Thursday night, and he was competing on a Saturday or Sunday. Come through on my work phone. I'm like, he don't normally call me at this time. There's obviously something not fucking right. So I answered. I'm like, everything all right? He's like, sorry to like alarm you, but I'm in hospital. Ambulance had to take me. He was shaving his legs in Bath.
I know it is.
Yeah. Shaving his legs in Bath 2 days out. He's fucking nicked an artery or a vein in his leg, and obviously it's red hot in Bath. It started fucking pissing up wall, blood everywhere. He's obviously panicked. I don't know if he's banged out or blacked out due to blood loss, or whether he's just like, shit, there's that much
just
blood.
passage of blood, yeah.
Yeah, because he's hot and there's that much fucking claret everywhere. He's got out of Bath. It's fucking going everywhere. He's managed to grab his phone and ring 999 because obviously
He's bleeding out.
he's bleeding out. He's rung him. He's give him in his address. Then he's gone. Next minute, he's woke up. Ambulance they've had to break door down, come in, shipped him off to. He's lost obviously a lot of blood, and he's come round in ambulance. Fucking hell, they've got him on a drip and that. I'm still competing though, aren't I? I said, what do you mean? I said, let's just get you home, get you sorted. He says, don't worry, like my meals are here. I've had my meals brought to hospital. He went and won. Went and competed at weekend.
That's what I'm saying.
Went and competed at weekend and won his class after nearly killing himself.
Before losing all that blood.
And I was like, fucking hell, that were.
What do you take out of that? Use V.
Yeah, use V.
Yeah. Or Phillips One Blade. Don't go get them orange Bics from shop that are £1.
Yeah, don't use Mac 3. So that were a bit of a crazy one. And then my own prep story, when I went to Italy and I won my pro card, were a pretty fucking mental weekend. So the day that I won my pro card, my granddad, my mum rang me, which a little bit hard to take in, but my mum rang me while I was there. Your granddad's ill. He don't look good. I don't think he's got long left. So I've got that on my mind straight off at bat. I'm like, fucking hell. I competed on Saturday, won my pro card, registered for a pro show next day, got off a stage, and then my mum rung me again. Dogs have been stolen from kennels that we're in, because mum and dad were looking after dogs while we were away, because we'd been to Austria for a week and then flew straight to Italy to compete. And my mum and dad were away for 5 days, like they were looking after the dog, but there were a 5-day period that they were going to be away, so they put me in kennels for 5 days. When they got back off their holiday and we were still away, we went to pick dogs up. Dogs had been nicked from kennels. So I'd just come off stage winning my pro card. My granddad's on death's door. Just found out that my dog's been stolen. So like my head's a fucking shed. Bearing in mind, Phoebes was competing next day and I'm doing my pro debut. Got back to Airbnb at night. Cal says, go and get, I want you to have another 75 rolls of sushi. Come back in, eating that. Got my head down to go to sleep about midnight. Got woke up at 3 o'clock, phone's going, alarm's going on door, fucking everything's going off in thing. My phone's going, I'm thinking, what the fuck? It's a woman who owns Airbnb. Someone's been trying to get in touch with me. Police are outside. Rental car that we were using what we'd picked up at airport had been broken into outside.
Oh, fucking hell.
IFBB. Coppers are outside. I went down in my Y-fronts, coppers are outside. They've actually found the bloke who was nicked the car, who was broke into the car in a park right in the corner. They've said, like, can you follow us? So I went back in and got my flip-flops and put a vest on. I'm walking down the road in Y-fronts, a vest at 3 o'clock in the morning in flip-flops. Got to this park where coppers have handcuffed this bloke in park, arrested him. Is this your stuff? He's got my Ray-Bans out of the car, an iPhone charger, and about €7 or €8 what we're in thing. Like, are these yours? I'm like, yeah. So then I had to keep coppers a statement. Didn't get back into bed till about 4:45. So, and then I was doing my pro debut that day. So I was like, I don't know how I got on stage. So I didn't have no sleep. I had to concentrate on Phoebe's getting on stage.
Adrenaline was just carrying you through by that point, weren't it?
I couldn't take anything in, so I can't even remember. And I don't think I actually took in that I'd actually won my pro card for a couple of months after. Like, I just couldn't. So much had happened in a short.
It does take a long time anyway, but I think that's.
You got dog back though, didn't you?
Got dog back.
Got dog back.
My dad went and filled
fucking
kennel owner in.
Wrong way.
Lost his job, got some community service in the fine. Stick his hat back on me. I'm starting to get fucking a bit warm again. So yeah, that was
a big weekend, that weren't it? Jesus Christ,
big weekend. What about you? Have you got any crazy gym stories, prep stories?
Yeah, no. I just normal me, I know, not like you.
Yeah, just normal.
Not like you at all.
It's not when I prepped, it was when I did my first holiday. My first.
Oh, fucking hell, yeah, go on, tell this story.
My first diet. So I'm looking on Instagram at all these people bulking, and then when they're cutting down, the same size. And when I'm doing it myself, I'm fucking ending up like this. And I'm like, something's got to be wrong here. So this coach contacted him for my first coach and was like, oh, I'll go to Ibiza in 9 weeks. I want to buy a 12-week plan. So sends all my stuff over, and it's like, after a couple of weeks, he realises I'll just do anything. So I've got 2 45-minute cardio sessions, 1 minute, 2 minutes steady state, 1 minute hard effort. So I'm on cross trainer morning, fucking that. At this time, I didn't realise you could season your meals or salt your meals. So I'm eating chicken and asparagus, fish and asparagus. I had like 50 grams of carbs a day with no salt, nothing, just plain, just water, nothing else. Training volume's fucking sky high. Anyway, I lose, at the time, I don't know, I was 19 and a bit stone. And then I was 40, so I lost 5 stone in 9 weeks, which is, 75, whatever that is.
9 times 14.
Fucking,
yeah,
it's a lot of weight in it.
5 times 14, yeah, sorry.
And then, so it's day before we go into Ibiza with lads, because this was just for lads' holiday. And I'm like, right, I'm done. I'm going to get up in the morning. I'm going to do my cardio at fucking 4 o'clock, and I'm just going to spend the day eating everything that I want, because I want to be full. Because I said, do I start carbing up? When do I start carbing up? And he was like, you don't carb up for an holiday, mate. And I was like, fuck that. I don't have something to eat. I look good. So I went out and I had, took kids for breakfast. I went shopping. I had some 12 Krispy Kreme donuts, just going in all the time like you do. Went out for a night for a meal. Woke up next morning to get on bus for Ibiza, and I was like, my biceps were really cramping and my calves were cramping like fuck. I was like, fucking hell, I wonder if my muscles were so full that I'm cramping. So I'm sat on bus, going to Ibiza, just don't feel really right. Like my body feels a little bit like I'm walking like flat-footed because I can't tense my calves. And I get to Ibiza Rocks, sit on bed, everyone's there. And bearing in mind, I've never taken a recreational drug in my life. Never tried a cigarette, nothing. Never will. And I'm sat on bed.
Faggot.
Yeah. Sat on bed and I'm thinking, I can't get up. So I was like, I can't feel my legs. And then I couldn't move my arms. So I was like, lads, I can't move. Like, what you on about? And I was like, I can't move. And as they're trying to pick me up, I'm a dead weight, so I can't lift. I could move my elbow like this on my right arm, and that was it. So obviously I'm in Ibiza, ring for ambulance to come. Oh, my mate can't walk. Like, all right, dickhead, yeah.
He's in a kettle.
He's had some fucking ketamine. I'm walking out and go to hospital, and they're just putting me there, or wait there, thinking he's had some fucking drugs in his fucking, monged up. So come out, do a few tests, and then, woo, all red fucking, what's it called? Crash light goes on. You all run out, fucking bang me on bed, fucking take me in. So what had happened is my potassium, which we believe that was the catalyst that started the whatever genetic thing that I've got now, was so low that my heart was about to stop. So without potassium, you can't contract muscle.
Yeah.
So that's why I couldn't move. That's why I was paralyzed. So my heart was close to stopping because obviously heart's muscle. So they put me on the bed and they're all speaking foreign to me. I can't really understand what's going on. I didn't really understand the seriousness of it. They put me on a potassium drip. Wake up next morning. I can move, right? I'm going to go. I feel all right. Because I didn't feel bad. I just couldn't move. So what I didn't realise was that the carbohydrates or the sugar that I'm eating essentially goes into the muscle, into the cell, and pushes out any remaining potassium that I had left in my body. That's what it's doing. It's into my bloodstream and I'm losing potassium like that. So I feel all right. Go to reception of the hospital. While I'm waiting, I'm in a vending machine eating chocolate. Some fucking I'm not to eat again. So I'm literally giving myself more hypokalemia as I'm waiting for taxi. Getting taxi, getting to the hotel. I was like, you're just going to have to go back to hospital, mate, because I can't move. I couldn't move again. Dropped out and I did it again. Managed to get back to the hotel. And then they had to fucking do it again. So 3 times. And for my insurance to be valid, I had to be on the flight home. Otherwise, for some reason, my insurance wouldn't have been valid. So I had all these potassium tablets. And it was when the strikes were happening in Spain on the planes. So no matter what, I just had to get on that plane. Once I'm on plane, I'm sound. So I don't have to move. So I was like, fucking, my mates were like propping me up all the way through the fucking airport. Got on plane, got over Manchester, called air hostess over and was like, I can't move. Don't panic. But I need an ambulance waiting for me when we land. So the fucking ambulance came on board, fucking carried me off plane in Manchester.
Straight to hospital.
Straight to hospital. Sorted me out from there and basically just, you know, my CK score when they tested me, bearing in mind this was like a week later on, was still 29,000.
29,000?
29,000. So they said, we dread to think what that CK score would have been. And they were like, do you have any genetic muscle wasting diseases in your family? And I was like, well, no, not that. No.
Right. We had another malfunction. Fucking batteries are fucking dog shit in this.
Wank cameraman, so this is a free episode.
Again.
So yeah, we're just finishing Jimmy's story up. Going hyperkalemic in Ibiza. He says it weren't ketamine, but
It's what I just get. I've told that story that much that I just believe it now.
Yeah.
No, but it was hypokalemia, rhabdomyolysis, and whatever. But then
it's caused an issue now, which is what we've been trying to get over this last couple of years. When you diet down, your electrolyte and mineral balance is always been off, which is why you don't absorb the nutrients efficiently when you're trying to put food back in.
yeah, so don't absorb nutrients. I lose muscle because magnesium's not present, potassium's not. Without magnesium present or potassium present, you can't contract muscle, you can't keep muscle tissue, you can't absorb carbohydrates into the cell. So when we're trying to feed me, and I'm just getting no fuller, but my belly's extending.
Yeah.
It's because the food's not doing anything. So not only have I lost loads of muscle in the prep, and this is, so Ross Flanagan and I mentioned another guy, this happens to, so moving into the prep next time, it's like maybe seeking advice from people who've had the same thing. Just to, again, with like more glutathione, 6-week training blocks, and then rest regardless.
Yeah.
You just have to manage it rather than being like, fucking flat out, condition at all costs to be like, hang on a minute, we need to make sure that you don't lose fucking 40 pound of muscle.
yeah. So it just might mean a little bit of a longer prep.
Longer prep, and I'm all
Just
for
very,
that.
very steady.
Yeah, just in phases.
So, on to weekly gripe. The doctor's weekly gripe.
Well, we've all got weekly gripe. Have you got any weekly gripes?
I wouldn't say it's a. Do you know what? I wouldn't say it's a gripe, but I'm just going to bring it up quickly because I don't know if you lot know either. Do you know if you're gay, right?
If we're going back to gay, you know.
Well, it's not. Well, potentially. So do you know if you're gay and you're in closet, it's all right. You don't have to pretend to do a sport where you just roll around on the floor and cuddle men. It's okay. Like plenty of people gay now, so you don't have to pretend that you do Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Just have a feel.
Just to have a feel of another man and roll around and get sweaty with it. So it's all crazy. And some of my good friends do this, Brazilian, and it's all right, lads. But But I just
So you're saying that people are fucking some closet gay, like some closet gays are doing Brazilian jiu-jitsu to have a feel up.
to have the collar feel, collar foul, and be locked in like, oh, you've got me. Oh. It's what it is, though, isn't it? Like a bodybuilder's the most immobile person. So the last thing you can do is wrap your legs around something and start bending yourself up and down, unless there's an ulterior motive there, and that is my weekly observation.
Is anybody you want to call out on that?
Oh, fucking hell.
Not right now.
Next week.
Fucking hell. Right, there we go. If you're gay, you're gay. That's what we're saying. If you're gay, you're gay. You can be gay. You just, if you want to roll around with anyone, doctor's free. He'll have it.
Same as skincare routine.
You can have your skincare routine. You can roll about up, Matt.
And your t-shirt. I saw somebody's message in here, on questions. When's merch coming out?
We need to do so.
We need to get on that.
Yeah, we'll sort merch. What's your gripe then? I don't know if I've got one,
I'll tell you what I've got, right? Sweat.
You've probably got...
I've got about 1 million, but I have to go steady because people start not liking me. Number one this week is...
I know what you're going to say.
Because of Arnold's.
Oh, right, no, I'm going to say...
Oh.
I have actually got one. And
Because
you've got a foot back.
Because of Arnold's. Well, it Arnold's. That's what it will.
Yeah,
right? Obviously, we know I'm not right bothered about it. I thought right person won.
Yeah, I agree.
As in open.
As
Derek.
in open.
Derek.
Looked fucking great, didn't he?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it was
unbelievable.
he was
And you know straight away. And the thing is, I'm not pulling anybody down because the best. If Derek could have just turns up like that wherever, it's going to be very, very hard to beat no matter what.
Yeah.
So that's how he should have come in at Olympia.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He didn't come in like that at Olympia. But I didn't start typing it out. All these fucking wankers, right, who think they're experts. Do you know what I mean? 80 kilo Steve down the road going for what it's worth. I think Samson's soft. Samson needs to bring his fucking midsection up or something like that. What the fuck are you on about? You know what I mean? You fucking look like an AIDS victim, you fucking prick. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just like...
Everybody's a judge, aren't they?
Yeah, but who are they? Do you know, typing in, they've got 30 followers, 28 of them's fucking family. So they type in a fucking big message out for 2 people who's like going, and Samson's going to their last going, fucking hell, love. Seen what
Steve said.
Seen what silly little Steve said here? Says I come in soft. Like, fuck off. Right, this, like...
Yeah.
Do you know...
Armchair warriors.
Just not second
like,
Arnold.
Keyboard warriors.
What I mean, like, obviously, if you ain't got... Do you know, like, obviously, a few people's, like, went on about that fat bird, right? Like, and I get it back. A few little people said stuff. No, nobody's like, do you know... If you ain't got no good to say, right, don't say it, right? I never said nothing. I just gave it her back.
Yeah.
Yeah?
You don't say a lot, do you, until somebody rubs you the wrong way?
Wrong way. Like, somebody might buy a car that I don't like, but just
You
tell
don't
them
say that car shit.
I just go, that's right nice, mate. Well done. It's his pride and joy. Right? Your wank at bodybuilding, hold on. Number 1 in world who's come to at Arnold, I'm going to fucking type something. What the fuck are you on about? Like, just shut up.
Yeah.
You ain't got no good to say. You're well done, Samson. Lost a better man.
That's what bodybuilding is. Like, I don't understand what people expect. Like, fucking bodybuilding is a fucking game of such small percentages. Fucking such small percentages. And when everybody in that top 3 or 4 are so fucking good, if somebody's slightly off, whether they've had 100 gram of carbs too many, or they've not pulled the water quick enough, or they've maybe fucking whatever it may be. Like, if they've just done something slightly different,
It's same with prejudging.
slightly different
At Olympia.
that can make the
Of
difference.
course you can, but prejudging at Olympia. I don't care what anybody said. 9 out of 10 people didn't think Samson were going to win Olympia. And day before or hours before that prejudging,
And then
when he did press conference and
Yeah.
he took his top off.
and then day after, you'd like thought, fucking hell.
Yeah.
Like, that's how quick things can.
Well, Samson could have woke up day after and been on, or
But that's
the morning before and been on, and it's
that's
yeah,
how
it's small
that's how
margins.
quick it is. And I'm like, who are you? Like, just shut up.
Yeah.
Like, you fucking wank. Like, go and
Keep
play
your-
dominoes
keep
or
your
something.
opinion to yourself,
Yeah,
Steve.
like, fuck off. And it's the same with boxing. Boxing's the same.
You're not going to be.
You lose a fight. Oh, he's wank now. Hold on a minute. You've fucking been loving him for the last fucking 10 years.
He should have been slipping that jab.
Yeah.
He should have. Like, what
Should
do
have
you
hit him.
know?
What do you think you were trying to do? Should have hit him with overhand right. I think that's what you were trying to do, pal.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so you're not going to always be 100% on, are you? Every single fucking show.
No,
At
that's
that level, no.
And at that level, when there's a fucking gnat's bollock between first and third, it can happen.
But you don't, or you'll not see anybody who's any good at bodybuilding be typing anything.
Oh no, never.
It's
never.
always shit wank idiots, yeah, who looks like they've got an eating disorder. Going, hold on a minute, I know everybody's going to want to hear my opinion. Listen, they're not. Nobody cares. Like, nobody cares. And like I say, just
fucking
like
rein
I
it
said,
in.
like like I said to Jimmy, I said, like, somebody had typed because he lost. That's what you get from competing all the time or something. Like,
He's fucking doing what he loves.
he's a bodybuilder.
Yeah,
Well, Derek competed in Olympia as well.
yeah, we did, yeah.
What's
And
different?
I rode Samson.
37, 38.
38, yeah.
You're going to
37,
compete,
38.
innit?
Yeah.
And how much did they win? 500 grand.
I'm not even funny. Samson's still got $250,000.
Well,
He's still got 250 grand.
It's all right for a day's
Well,
work,
you're gonna keep competing then, aren't you? Not prize money is what it is. Because let's face it, 5-10 years ago,
It
it was fuck all
yeah.
in
I
it.
mean, Arnold's were probably 100 grand or whatever, but still.
Yeah.
It's 5 times more. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? You're gonna go, hold on, I'll turn up. Even if I get second, $250,000.
Even if you get, I mean, top 5 must be getting still more than what you get in just a standard pro show win.
Oh, fucking hell, yeah.
So,
You know, and
so
that-
why wouldn't you fucking turn up?
And I just think,
I just don't understand why people wouldn't.
yeah, but that's what
If you're at that level,
And you're a bodybuilder that loves bodybuilding and competing.
that's what I mean. And then
Like,
you,
it's a no-brainer.
idiots typing in. That was my gripe this week
Yeah.
anyway.
Well, a valid one at that, I think. I think that was a...
do you know what my gripe is? And you'll fucking this will get you going.
Take a breath.
Smelly bastards in gym.
Oh, fucking brilliant.
Fucking smelly bastards in gym.
Right.
And I ain't got the best.
I know it's your gripe, but right. So
I just wanted to set you off.
we were in gym over there last week, yeah, at Derby, right? And not just, but that's gym we're in. All gyms, and I don't know why. I don't know why you'd want to stink. It don't make you hard, right? Walking around like smelling like a fucking gone off Greg's cheese and onion pasta, right? It don't make you hard. Or hold on a minute, I want to put my wet t-shirt on what smells like a fucking wet dog basket. It's not hard. You stink. People are in gym. You fucking stink. He's got COVID. He had COVID about fucking 5 years ago. Yeah, he can't smell fuck all. He'll trump and he'll go, sorry lads, I've dropped one. I say, yeah, we tasted it about 5 minutes ago. Do you know what I mean? Fucking, there's a kid in gym at Derby, Ron Weasley, right? Come past Ron. I can't believe a small kid can smell so big. Right? Smells like a fucking tramp's vest. And he walked past him who can't smell out, and he went, fucking hell.
Yeah.
That must have been pungent.
Yeah, I'm like, fucking hell.
He can't even, do you know what I mean? It
I
was
can't smell
shadowboxing
Yeah,
smell.
No, yeah, you can't smell that.
Like, fucking dirty bastards.
Yeah.
Listen, if you've fucking started wanking, yeah, links don't work. Yeah? Buy a roll-on.
You need antiperspirant.
Yeah.
You just need to fucking shower.
Do you know,
Just-
you
yeah.
fucking smelly bastards.
Because I don't know about you, but Phoebe's always says, oh, you don't smell, but I'm self-conscious. I always shower before I come to gym.
Of course you do.
Shower before I come to gym. antiperspirant on. I put a bit of fucking smelly on. Who wants to fucking smell?
I'm right hard, me. You know.
Nobody wants to smell.
It's horrible.
And think about other fucking people when you're getting on fucking
And-
equipment after them.
And they've got Fred Wests on, right? All the sweaty armpits on fucking machines. I'm like, you smelly bastards.
Yeah,
Like,
hygiene, personal hygiene in gym. Like yesterday, and this is just me, but one thing I do like S20, they've got fucking hand sanitizers on.
And sanitisers. And really, I'm not being funny. I've never smelled. There's one kid, and he goes in about 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock in S20. He fucking reeks, wants putting down. But, you know what I mean? Like, smells like a dead fox.
But it's not a smelly gym, is it?
No.
But I went to the toilet, washed my hands, come out, and then it's just fucking courtesy. I come out and I just think I'm getting back on fucking machine where I'm holding handles, and so I just think it's fucking common courtesy. Yeah,
Of course it is. Good on that.
Yeah.
Good on.
So yeah, don't be a smelly bastard.
Don't be a smelly bastard then.
Fucking have a shower before you go to gym or after you go to gym, or just fucking make sure you at least shower once a day and put some antiperspirant on.
If your clothes stink,
Wash
throw them
them.
in bin because it will stay there.
Yeah, don't
Just get
wet-
some new t-shirts.
Yeah, them ones who they've wore the same t-shirt for fucking 10 months.
I think that's a lot. The issue is a lot of the time is that the clothes that they're wearing are so old that you can't get smell out of them.
And then you start getting warm again, it just comes out, doesn't
It
it?
just comes
Well,
out.
I mean, Jim,
Just
and
go to
go-
fucking Primark
go
and
on
buy 3 for
ASOS.
tenner.
Yeah.
Extreme fucking oversized, about £8. It's not hard.
Yeah. So wash your fucking clothes or buy new ones.
You put some fucking deodorant on, you smelly bastards.
Yeah, and fucking have a shower.
That's it.
That's great.
That'll do, pig. I need to eat anyway.
Yeah,
so
I'm fucking going a bit
I'm
hypo.
going a little bit.
So that's episode 5 done and dusted. Thank you. Please like, share, subscribe.
Well, we're over that now. You're not doing it.
Yeah,
so
fucking, you're not doing it.
We're over
You
it.
fucking wankers. What are we on? We're 400. We need 27 subscribers.
But we didn't even get 500 from like, when we asked for 1,000.
I know, they're fucking wankers, aren't they? Right, there we go. Oh, somebody said I've dropped you a sub on there. Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you, mate. 22 hours ago, I've dropped you a sub. Thank you.
We're still creeping. To be fair, we haven't really pushed this on socials much. We hadn't dropped reels last week.
Well, we have now because we had a word with cameraman because he's been shit and he's took it on board, ain't you, James?
Took it on chin.
He's took it on board. So we're going to be more present on socials and we're going to build it up,
Build.
aren't we?
We're going to try, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to do our best.
Unique password. I'm going to let you loose on Instagram page. Oh.
Don't bother.
Don't bother.
Right, that's it.
Right,
Done.
guys. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
See you next time.
See you next time.